Okay, hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. Let me just real quick check the sound levels. Up. Sorry about that. I'm running a bit late today. Little tricky. Trying to get all my trying to fit everything in before I starting. Let me adjust the camera. It's one of those days you're kind of running around a lot. But it looks like we're on. That's cool. My name is Jesse Himmelstein. I am the founder, one of the co-founders of a small game studio in France called Play Curious. And our whole thing is to make games. Well, we make games that are fun, obviously. That's our main thing. And another thing that we're really into is making games that are where you learn something cool. And this week I'm going to be showing one of those games that we're finally nearing the release. Is something I've been saying a long time because it's been a long time. There's this weird thing when game development where you're like almost always there. Sounds good? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Raphael. It's one of those things where you're saying, I'm there. And then you always think you're there and somehow there's always still just as much left to do because you discover. So that's just life, apparently. That's life as a game dev, and that's what we've been dealing with. But we're finally there for real. We're almost there. So that's really exciting. We've sent out for playtesting. We've got people's feedback, and now we're just really dealing with the last little things, and that's like fixing up a few bugs. And that's what I'm going to be working on today. I know that bug fixing is not always the funnest thing to look at, but sometimes it can be interesting. And in any case, that's what we got to do. It's what we got to do, right? So that's what we're doing today. Thank you for the compliments on my shirt. I often don't show up wearing a nice shirt. I'm usually a t-shirt kind of person, but I had to go to the bank today and see the accountant. So I dressed up to go see the accountant to try to impress the accountant, which I don't think really makes any difference. But hey, that's silly stuff we do, huh? All right, let's see. What else can I say? Let me just rearrange my windows a tiny bit, and then I will switch over to my screen. Oh, I gotta change this text here. 1 second. We'll say this is coding live, coding CRISPR Crunch. All right, there we go. Live coding CRISPR Crunch, and I am want to do a shout out for the music is by a channel called Game Chops that very nicely puts up their music on for streaming. As far as I've understood, normally you can use it for streaming. I hope that's right, and I didn't hope I didn't mess that up. So normally we shouldn't get banned for using this music. It should be good. And yeah, and let's real quick also do a shout out for our studio, playcurious.games. This is where you can go to find out everything you want about Play Curious, and you can check out our games such as CRISPR Crunch, which is the one that I'm talking about right now. And you can sign up, and we will send you a link so you can try it out and all that. So if you're interested, please do that. You can find out all about the game here. What else? Yeah, I can't think of much else to say, so I guess I'll just jump right into it. And if at any point you wanted to ask any questions or trying to guess what I'm doing, just let me know in the chat, and I will try to check. I'm not always great at checking, but I try to do that. Oh, I wasn't in the window there. There we go. Now you should see me. All right. So without further ado, let's check out what we're doing today. So I think the main thing we're going to do today is try to work on a bug that we had. And this bug is that apparently there's an issue where if you get the last nucleotide in the sequence, it doesn't always pick it up. And I added in this autocorrect feature that is normally helps you, but apparently it also can make it so the sequence doesn't work. We think that's what's going on, but we don't have a total idea yet of how that works. So that's what we're going to try to figure out. So I'm going to load up my code. Up. There we go. And let's make sure we're on. What stream are we on? Fix mobile display. Are we not? Did we not commit this? Oh, that's weird. Oh, looks like I forgot to commit. Okay. Oops, that's not very good. Fixed text sizes. Okay. I think I unfortunately have some uncommitted code. That's not good. Okay, I think I can just check that directly into master. Make sure I'm up to date. Normally these days it's just me working on this, so it shouldn't really be a problem. Git pull and get me merge in these changes into it. Okay, so now we should be good. Let's yarn start and check it out. So I think there are, yeah, so there are a few bugs we want to work on. There's another one that is if you have lots of slots and the window is very thin, when you start the game, I think they don't all fit in the lower right there, on the lower left. You see, like this fits, but if we make this, let's see, an XR, yeah, let's make it an XR. Phones these days are very thin. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why. I didn't actually realize it. It's funny. It's funny the things you don't realize until you actually have to develop it. That if you have these very thin phones. Yeah. So like here, for example, these are two. Do you see how these overlap down there? So that's one thing we have to fix. Maybe we'll start with that because that's really easy. I mean, it should be easy. So that would be in the level somewhere. I forgot what it's called. It's called the bonus. Maybe it's under bonus. I would imagine. It must be like the bonus buttons or something like that. I think we call it that. Buttons. Where do we make all the bonus buttons? Those are the bonus buttons. There's so much code, it's crazy. And I know this isn't even a big game by like, AAA standards or anything like that, but it's amazing how you always start with something really simple and then it becomes this long thing to get. Especially interface work, I find is a lot of work. It's kind of crazy. Here we go. Here are the bonus buttons. Right, so there we go. So it's I times the space between buttons plus half the space between buttons. That's a little margin. And a Y0. So I think this one is probably the margin on the left. And right, okay. So ideally we would have some kind of like layout system that handles it. How many lines of code are there? That's a really good question, actually. How do you know that? Wait, now you're making me wonder. Hold on a second. How do you do line counts? Wait, maybe there's a cheat. Maybe we can just go to GitHub. Let's see what GitHub says. Let's see what GitHub says. 2,600 commits. That is nuts. Can't believe it. Oh my god. How many lines of code? Languages. PLSQL? That's weird. That's not something we use. How do you do one? Oh, I should know this. This is like I learned this. In fact, I might have even taught this to people. I know there's a thing called like word count that does lines. Wait, is it like word count lines ends? All right, we're gonna have to look this up. How to count lines of code in Git repo. Yeah, there we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm totally gonna cheat this. Get else fast. And the answer is 1,198,516 lines of code. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. I didn't realize that we had over 1 million lines of code. That's just quite a lot. Yeah. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know if that's like a reasonable amount for the size of the project. Uh, I'm not necessarily proud of having lots of line of code, because the fact you have lots of line of code, it means that you're not. I mean, you can write the same thing more using more or less lines of code. So if you have like too many, it might be that you just are a bad coder. And if you have too few, it might also be you're a bad coder. So I don't know. But yeah, it is impressive. 1,000. Wow, that's crazy. I'm also really impressed by the 2,600 commits. That's nuts. That's crazy. We should do a little thing like that. Like a little video, like, we have reached 2,600 commits and 1 million lines of code later. Here we are. That's crazy. All right. Enough of that. Back to the work. All right. So I think what I want to do is the min space between buttons is okay. So this is what I was trying to figure out. He had the height ratio. So there already is a calculation to how much is the space. I think the thing I want to say is if the number of slots total is greater than the amount of space needed, then we want to reduce it. That's basically what we want to do. Yeah. So I think what I want to say is if okay. Let's get the total space and we'll compare it. So const needed button space equals this is so this dot options dot equip slot count plus the temp slot count, which is usually always 1, but you never know, times okay, and if the needed button space is greater than let's see, this dot empty config dot screen. I think it's just width. Then then we have to reduce it. Then the space between buttons equals the needed button space. Well, we'll just do the button count. Let's calculate this out separately. Space between buttons divide is the needed equals the width divided by the button count. And we also need a button scale. Let button scale equals 1, and we'll change this. Button scale equals space between buttons divided by yeah, Yeah, the new scale. Space and buttons. I'll just make this const. Ideal button. Ideal space between buttons. I think it's something like this. Why is that? Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's see how that works. We'll go to our debugger. And we'll go to bonus. And we'll search button scale. Okay. So we play. Yes, this is the case where it's too small, right? Okay, so here the button count is 6. The ideal space is 76. And it's going to say, is 6 times 74 greater than the width? So is 6 times 74 greater than 414? And I would imagine the answer is yes. Let's check. 448 is. If so, then the space between buttons is in fact the width divided the button count. And I set the button scale to 1. Yeah, no, this is that. But that second line is not right. Oh no, divided by the. Yeah, there you go. I screwed that up. So now I have the button scale is 0.92 and the space is 69. And so they're going to overlap. Yeah. Okay. So that's basically right. It's just the issue is that the buttons aren't scaling in any way. Maybe it's not an issue, actually. Maybe it's okay. If that's the thinnest phone that we have, the question is it? Are there phones that are much thinner than that? Because otherwise we want to shrink them. But maybe we don't need to, actually. Let me see this. Let's say phone screen sizes. Phone screen resolutions. Um, 750, 1440, 1080. But it's weird. Why would iPhone XR? Because we have 414. Yeah, viewport sizes. Okay. Yeah, so it's half the viewport size. Okay. So 414. Is 414 the smallest? It's actually a pretty good website. That's kind of cool. Do they have fuel devices? 428. iPhone 14 is 390. Okay, that's even smaller. iPhone 14 Pro is 393. iPhone SE 375. 375. That's really thin. But that's weird because when I pick iPhone SE, oh yeah, no, 375. All right. Oh, I know what's going on. It's because we're scaling it. We're scaling them. Okay, yeah. I think we just shouldn't scale them in the first place. Okay, yeah. I got that. I got this. Yeah, okay, we're scaling it. And I think we just shouldn't scale it, in fact. In fact, this should be just 80. Okay. Because now it should work independently. If it's 375, it should work. Sorry, this may not be very easy to follow. There's an issue with when we redid it to be responsive, and the issue is that yeah, so it doesn't need to be 80. All right, how big is the actual sprite? Okay, how big is the actual sprite? Let's look that up. That we can look up by looking in our spreadsheet sources, interface. I imagine it's here. Grid protections, program settings, star, launch screen. So I'll just open up this Finder. Okay. What's the actual size? Bonus. No. Bonuses. Ah, but that's in images. I wanted the spreadsheet sources. Bonuses. I think it's like this one, basically. 184, but that's in times 2. So 104 divided by 2 is 92. Right. Okay. Wait, but if he's scaling them, does that mean that there's also a scale applied in the bonus button? Oh yeah, it's using this min height ratio, and I think that's the issue. And I think probably actually I can probably get around with just by using just the min ratio without upscale. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna use that. And so basically, this is just how do we handle resizing things. Let me just min height. In fact, the buttons are already scaling. So rather than doing this, I'm just going to go back to what I had before. Yep. I'm going to go back to what I had before, which I think was ideal space. I mean, space. It was this. This dot space between buttons equals 80 times. Oh, shoot. Oh, I lost it. The ratio, the upscale. This might actually just fix it directly and easier. Yeah, that fixed it. All right. Now let's try a larger thing. Let's try like really big and check that that works too. Yep. Okay, cool. Fixed. Okay. In fact, we can get rid of all that. Rip. Fixed. Min. Fixed button. Bonus button sizes. On. Contrary of wide is thin. All right. Cool. Now what? Now we want to fix this other problem that's a little bit harder. So the problem seems to be, according to bug reports that we've gotten, and let me try to bring them up here. And this was given by my an excellent tester who used to work with us at Play Curious named Cedric. He's an awesome tester, and we asked him just recently. He spent a long time bug testing CRISPR Crunch at a certain time, and more recently we asked him if he could just take a quick look through and just give us. Actually, we weren't looking for bugs. We were just asking if he could help us with the just measure the difficulty of things. And so he went through and very nicely spent more time than that and actually found like a few bugs. One of them was that, and the other one is this, where it seems like there's an issue with the autocorrect. So let's check it out. So he picks it, and he picks the last one, and it doesn't work. So that's an issue, and the question is why? And I think he even had an idea. Let me see what he said. He said, there's only a bug if there's an autocorrect on the next to last nucleotide. So let's just check ourselves if that's the case, and if so, how do we fix it? Oh. Raphael is saying that he tried to reproduce it but couldn't work it out. Okay, so we'll see. What he thinks is if we make a mistake on the next last. Let's try it. We'll go to the easiest level. We'll start. Oops, I don't need this anymore. Okay, so first of all, obvious thing. If we do it in the correct order, it works. Okay, thank God. That would be really troubling if that didn't work. Okay, now we make a mistake just on the last one. It picks it correctly. So that's what the autocorrect is supposed to do. By the way, can you guys hear me chewing or not? Raphael and Thibaut, did you hear a chirp, chirp, chirp when I chew or not? I don't want to be annoying people. Okay. And then, yes, you can. Oh, crap. Sorry. Okay, well, I guess eating an apple is... There might be a reason why you don't see a lot of streamers eating apples during this stream. It's like literally like the loudest fruit that you can get. My bad. Okay, I'll stay away from that. So this is what we want to do is we want to go through and we want to make a mistake on the next to last. So let's see if we can do it. So yellow. No, yellow. Oh, crap. I did it right. It's actually really hard to make a mistake in the correct way. Oh no, that's not what I... Restart, restart. Okay. One application 7 years away. That's a good one. You should copyright that, Raphael. Okay. I'm serious. It's not even a joke. That's a good one. Okay, so yellow. And then we want to make a mistake. So we'll make a mistake here. And then we'll get the right one. Ah, but that time it worked. Wait, how did he do it then? Yellow. Then we're going to make a mistake. No, but that one... It's actually really hard because you have to make a mistake, but one that autocorrect can work. So this yellow. Now we need to make a mistake, but autocorrect needs to work. So I'll pick the yellow. And then I can't pick this yellow anymore. Ah, is that it? If you're on the nucleotide that you need to end with, but autocorrect detected that. Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. How do I put this into words? You're on the nucleotide that you want to end with. Autocorrect detected that the next nucleotide, that it was a mistake. It picks another one that's nearby that works. You're still on the nucleotide that you want, but you can no longer pick it. Let me check if the video, that's also what happens. Let's see. So he's on red, blue. Okay. Now he makes the mistake by going to green. Yes, that's it. And he wants to end with green. So autocorrect picks yellow, but then it says, well, the green is, forget about it. It's too late. Right? It was a mistake. And so it never picks up that you actually want to end with green. Oh, okay, I got it. So I think the fix to that is to just say, okay, the nucleotide. So if you autocorrect, but on the next one is correct, then add that one too. Okay, so I have to find where the autocorrect is. I kind of forgot, to be honest with you. Autocorrect. If I search autocorrect, will it come up? Okay. Okay, I think it's on two different parts. There's two different uses of autocorrect. And start selection. That's when you first click. And on continue selection. So I have to do the fix in both. And I say n equals autocorrect to n. Okay, so I'm going to have to change this a little bit because the autocorrect function, it can't just return n. It also has to, it can add two nucleotides. Okay. Okay, so it should return us up to two nucleotides. So return an array of good nucleotides. So given a nucleotide, attempts to autocorrect it. Returns a list, an array of up to two nucleotides. If autocorrect just returns the given nucleotide. Okay. So it has to return. So if autocorrect is okay. Or I could change it where it just adds directly, which I think might actually be easier. Let's see, where I use it once, here I don't need n anymore. And this one, I don't need n anymore either. Okay. So then I could just, yeah, I'll just change that actually. Attempts are okay. If it works. If it works, adds the autocorrection to the items. If not, to the path items. But I'm creating just adds the chosen. And it doesn't have to return anything. Or it could return true or false. Returns true if the autocorrection applies. Okay. So, in any of these cases, if it's autocorrect, if there's no first. Oh, wait a second. It's already checked if it's possible, so we don't need to check again. So if it's any of these things, then return. Then this dot items dot. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the best way to structure this program. Because this actually happened several times in a row where I return n, return n, return n. And I'm going to have to do this multiple times. Which is kind of just annoying. Yeah, no, actually, I think my idea of researching an array is actually right, actually. Let's stick with the array thing. Returns the... Ah, this is some Super Mario World. I think they're going on Game Chops here, right? Nice. This is the Super Lo-Fi World. That's awesome. Super Lo-Fi World 2. I was playing the Zelda and Chill. I like this one though. That's nice. All right. Just trying to give it a okay. So return. So this guy makes it. Returns the nucleotides to add from 1 to 2. Okay, so then this makes this easy to change. We just say returns a sequence of n, returns n. Okay, so an auto-detect n. So then it says so const new items equals possible neighbor 0. And now it has to check, can we also add, is n the next one in the path? And if so, add that one as well. So check if the chosen nucleotide, if the given nucleotide is actually the... Yes, the previous one was Zelda. I know. I was playing the Zelda and Chill album, which is pretty cool. Did we finish it, actually? I'm kind of surprised. We'll go back to it in a minute. Is actually the next one in the sequence. Okay, so in order to get that, we say, is a given nucleotide in the sequence? It's basically this logic here. Oh, let's play Zelda and Chill 2. Let's switch up. Okay. Okay, so we have the sequence signature and we have the position length. Okay, so if the path signature length is less than so the path signature length, so like is one less, right? Because we haven't added this yet. So the path signature length is still currently one less than the one we have. Plus one is less than the sequence length. And the sequence signature of the path signature length plus 1 equals n.toString. Then new items dot push n and return new items. Auto correcting, and we'll put a little log in there. Auto correcting, adding additional auto corrected nucleotide. This is just a little debugging thing. Okay, with neighbor, auto correcting with selected. Okay, so that kind of works, but there should be a problem because we give it a. So we should have a list. So we have to do this. This dot item push of the array. This dot autocorrect event. And similarly, we'll say autocorrect. Okay, let's try it out. Okay. Okay, so back. Now we're gonna make a mistake. No, we're gonna make a mistake and end up. Yes, I think it worked. Autocorrecting was selected. Yes, that's kind of cool. That's clever. Well, I'm really happy that Cedric sent the video because I don't think I would have found it. Boom. And in fact, it actually makes a little bit of a hint. Like if you can just skip it, you can skip the last one. It's really funny. This yellow, green, back. I love autocorrect. I love autocorrect. All right, I think I fixed it. Okay, not bad, not bad. Hey, this is pretty productive stream, huh? In less than an hour, I fixed 2 bugs. Okay, not bad. I'm going to take a little break there. I'll be back. I'll come back. I think we do have some other bugs to fix. Of course, there's always other bugs to fix, huh? You're never done. Let's look at our hacking plan here. But yeah, we have a few little things. But we can come back on that one. And we'll come back on that one. But alrighty, let's enjoy where we're at. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Make myself a little tea. And I will see you soon. Okay, and I'm back. All right, so I'm happy I managed to fix those two bugs there. That was kind of cool. They weren't too bad. It's always good to know because sometimes you can get the surprise goes in the other direction, and you're less happy about that one. So I thought we maybe just check real quick on our to-do list to see what's next. So let's see. This is done. Slots can overlap on small games. We just fixed that. This might be an issue. The bonus. No, I guess that. Okay, sorry, it's in French. Video doesn't work in Android. I'm not sure that's a thing. Here's an issue. Maybe the boss at level 3 is easier than boss level 2. Let's see if that's the case. Bug graphique, the cell goes underneath the gauge. That's true, but it's a little hard to fix. Here's one, the pixelization of the icons, the time icons on the map. So let's try to see if we can find that. So I think to that we have to unlock all. Can't unlock all. Ah, okay. My debugging functions I broke when I did something else. I changed it so that you could have different levels of progress. Set progress data. No, that should work. Unlock all levels. Wait, where's that issue? Main transform. What's this transform function? Transform raw items. This might be. Maybe I didn't test this, in fact. Transforms raw items into workable data. So for videos. Okay, so it's a function that takes two functions, one for levels, one for videos. And we use it here. So this is a little bit, I have to go into the save. And my progress. Oh yeah, so we can do it. So we just need to do our transform function. It has to be so it gets, oh, this is kind of weird. It gets directly the raw items from the list. And defines it. Well, so how come that doesn't work? How come it doesn't work? calls get item on the list, and it gives it an undefined thing. So there's another bug preventing me from debugging. That's kind of annoying. Okay. Why is CRISPR undefined? CRISPR.running.scene. Do we not have that? We do have that CRISPR running scene. Okay. It's not the best way to handle it, but whatever. For this debugging thing, it's a little bit tricky to do otherwise. Get raw item list. And we're past something that's undefined. We're mostly using it in the debugger. I think maybe it's not in the map. Okay, the map doesn't have an init. And setup. There you go. Oh, because the CRISPR running scene is either a level, an HTML video, or a shop. But why is it important to have the... Sorry, it's not me to write this code, so it's a little confusing to me. I think it's all this just to get an entity. Could we do this just by... Hold on. Okay, there we go. Just weird. Okay, you can't do it on the map. Okay. Okay, because I don't see the times here. Maybe I have to play first to get a time. Okay. Map. Okay. So what they were saying is that that is pixelized. Although I don't think it's pixelized. I think it's more just kind of. It's a little anti-aliased kind of. Here, let's try to resume. No, we can't. I can't zoom. I can't really zoom, but I don't think it's particularly pixelized. I'm not sure that's a big issue. In this image, it looks more pixelized. But I don't think it's an issue. I don't see it. Okay, what's this other one? Oh yeah. I do think, however, the not infected thing was really big. So that's on the level. That's falling level controller. Not infected. That's the achievements. Display achievements. Pill title. I think it's probably min ratio without upscale. Once again, I think it's just this. Alright, let's try it again. So we have to do an easy level so that I can beat it really quickly. Otherwise, we're not going to get that one again. Here, let's try the third one. If I make any mistakes, I can't test it. So let's see. Ah, that does disappear. Yeah. Blue, blue, red, blue. Okay. Yellow, yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, blue, red, yellow. Yellow, green, yellow, oh no. Yellow, green, blue, green, green. Red, red, green, no, red. Red, red, green. Ah. Oh, green. Oh no! I can't get the thing because I got infected. Shoot. I got lost in my own trap. You can't lose any if you wanna get this right. Oh shoot, I keep forgetting to put this one up. Okay. Let's try this one. Ah, it still was pixelized. Why is it pixelized? Scalable background with the container colors yellow. Position. Pixie text. Text center set scale. Base scale +1. Okay. And then we have a tags, pixie tags. I feel like just the text is too big, but why? Because when we create the options, stroke thickness, it's the size. That shouldn't scale it. I really feel like we're scaling the text, but I can't figure out why. Where is the, what happens to the pixie text? Is it added to the container? CRISPR text. So we create it with certain options. Yeah, I think because we're upscaling the text, which I think is now what we want to do. Okay. I'm gonna do a little thing of just cheating, sorry. But it's easier than playing. I think it's just so that... Does it apply solution? That was equally ugly. In a different way. Why is it not... Why? Why is it... Maybe it's the position. Between the alpha? It was between the scale. Hold on. If I take out that one, that one, that one, I think that's all of the scaling. Let's try it again. It could be that it was just updating on several times, so I didn't see it. Yes. Okay. So that worked. The issue is that it was very small, which I guess is normal. I guess it's normal. We want to double it. We don't want to mess with the scale. So how do we do that? We want it to be bigger. I wonder if it shouldn't just be the text size should be twice as big. Yeah, I wonder if the text size shouldn't be twice as big, and then we could use the min ratio that upscale. That seems to be the magic formula. And then where's the yellow background? Where's the yellow background? Okay, let's go with no minor. Oh, I think maybe that's set automatically. And then all we want is scale. Alright, let's just try it like this. This would be easier if I just had a level that showed the achievements. Maybe there actually is a function that does this. I haven't seen it. Might be easier. All right. Okay, so that kind of worked, in that the text was bigger, but the the inside didn't actually cover it. Do I have to give it? It's weird is that we give it a scalable background, but I don't see where the... Ah, because the parent container has a... Okay, I get it now. Okay, I get it now. In fact, it's because the text is inside a container. The container is scaled. And the scalable background is also inside that container. And so... Yeah, so in fact, in order to do that correctly, we'd probably have to go back to the code we had before, but undo the scale of the child. Let's see that. Up. Does CRISPR text take a scale? I don't think so. Set. that gonna work? I'm like anti-scaling. I don't know if this is gonna work. This is overly complicated. This is why a layout library is gonna be so much better once we were talking about this with another project. There's a new library called Pixie Layout that looks really cool, and that should help with a lot of this stuff. Basically, it takes care of like laying out elements, like make interface stuff. Interface stuff, it turns out, just takes forever. It's really easy to get wrong, and because there's so many different screen sizes, it's also really easy to like test on the wrong screen size, and then you think your thing works great. And then finally you realize that it only works on the screen size you were testing, but on some other screen, that's some other dimension, it doesn't work. It's really hard to remember to test on all the screen sizes. I mean, also, what are they all the screens? There's so many different variations. Yeah, so let's see. Moment of truth. Come on, come on. Ah, it's better. It's not great. Ugh. Yeah, that's kind of a pain. I don't know on that one. I might put that one off to another day. I feel like that's not a right solution. But I'm not totally sure how to fix it other than totally redoing this. And so I think I'm going to talk to Kemi, who programmed this, and get his help on how to do it. I think that probably makes most sense. Right, so I think I'm going to end it there. Sorry, I know it's not the... I'd like to end on a success. It always feels a little better, but in the interest of time, I think I should try to stick it to there. If you're interested, though, in Blockchain Battle, please let us know. You can sign up on our mailing list at playcurious.games. You go to... Did I say Blockchain Battle? I meant CRISPR Crunch if I said Blockchain Battle. Please go to CRISPR Crunch at playcurious.games. And you can check out here. You can sign up on our mailing list. You can by subscribing. And you will be the first to know as it comes out, because we're testing it actually very soon. We started testing it just with some playtesters. Now we're going to open up to the general public. So please come and you can be the first to know when it comes out, and you can tell us what you think. I'd really love to get your opinion. We've worked really hard on this game. As you can see, it's over 1 million lines of code and 2,600 commits later. It would be really, really cool to get some feedback from you, and I really hope it works out. And let's see. Well, I guess I'm not totally sure what we're going to do next week for the streaming. Up till now, it's been Raphael who's been streaming on Tuesdays. And unfortunately, Raphael is moving on to other things. He's been really great. We're going to miss him, though. But we can't keep him on right now, unfortunately. So that means that we're going to have to figure out something else. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It might be me coming in on Tuesdays to play scientific games. Or maybe we'll drop it, or maybe we'll do something else on that time slot. I'm not totally sure yet. And on Thursdays, it will continue to be me doing some programming, at least until I go on vacation at the end of July. Yeah, so I think that's it for me. I can't think of much else. Thank you for Raphael for the sound check. Thank you for Thibaut for tuning in. Thanks for all of you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. And until next time, bye.